tell y'all, I started filming this and I was just talking my little head off and looked up and it had just quit. Went back to the main screen of my phone. So let me back up a minute. I have penny pop, and I forgot to spray my pan. Y'all, this is going to be terrible. Spray your pan first or you're going to have a mess. This is going to be terrible. Anyway, I went to my cabinet and I was out of macaroni elbows. That really works the best. The ratio of the custard, which I call it custard because it's eggs and milk, to the noodle, the cheese, it's just better with the smaller. But I had penny on hand, and so that's what I'm using. Now, the original recipe calls for a stick of butter, okay? I just took that, which is 1 point for 1 tablespoon, and just scooped out 8 tablespoons. But what I was saying was, it's a big blob. When you put it down there, you're like, oh, that must be too much. I honestly don't know if it is or not because I've never tried it with less. So I don't know if it would affect, you know, how it bakes, how it tastes. But since it's only 8 points for the whole shooting match, I just put it in there as per usual. You are more than welcome to try less and see. But put it in your noodles while they're hot because you want it to completely melt. Okay. Next, what I changed from shredded cheddar is the Velveeta shreds in the cheddar. This package is 2 cups, and that's exactly what the recipe calls for. So, all you gotta do is just dump that right in there. Just kind of stir it around to get it evenly in there with the noodles. Yeah, I hate I didn't have the macaroni, but ain't that how it works? If I wasn't gonna film this, I'd probably have 4 pounds of it in the cabinet. Ha! Okay, now, let me set that over here. I have already beaten 3 eggs. I didn't figure you need to watch me beat eggs. 2 cups of skim milk. Now, I am not adding salt to this because I salted the pasta water really, really well. If you give it enough salt when you're boiling the pasta, you don't need to add any more to it. It will be flavored perfectly. So just kind of get that all, you know, worked up in there. All you're going to do is pour it right on top. Kind of smush it around a little bit. Want everybody down in the pool. Now you're going to cover it. Y'all on the group, that recipe I sent you, it said bake it uncovered, but with this whole wheat pasta I use, I cover it. It cooks better. So cover this with foil, bake it at 350 for a half hour. Then I want you to take the foil off, give it a shake, and see how the middle's doing. The middle tells you when it's done. Of course, if it starts getting real brown on the outside, take it out. But you want the middle not firm, but not runny. Okay, I just took this out of the oven, and it needs to set up before I serve it, but I wanted you to see, I was talking about how it needed to look when you know it's done. Can you see how that, can you tell? So the center is not runny, but it's still jiggly. So after this sets up, I'll come back and show you what a serving looks like. Okay, let me be honest. I just messed up and I'm back. So you see how this macaroni looks? I cut it like a blind woman. This makes 9 servings. I cut it into 6, not thinking. Well, you could cut it into 6, but it's going to affect your points. 9 servings, 1 serving of this is only 5 points. If you want to just eat like 1 serving with your meal, that you could do that. But if you want more, you could do like that as your meal. Because I remember when I worked at a daycare, the days that they had macaroni and cheese, because I worked in the kitchen, I cooked their meals. The day they had macaroni and cheese, that was considered their meat because it was the protein. So you could also do that here. Just have you a plate of macaroni, 10 points, throw your salad, a veggie, something like that on the side, and you got a whole meal for 10 points. And I don't think that's bad at all. So see if we can get a better, if you don't want to cut all the way through, this is why the elbow macaroni works the best. because these penny pasta noodles are just too, they're too big to be cutting through nicely. You can see how it messes up? Well, I mean, you're of course welcome to cook with any pasta you like, but from my experience, it is best with the elbows. So that is a mess, but I'm going to scoop out. So if you want to be picky, go for the middle. That's your biggest piece. Still count at 5 points though. But no, I'm not going to measure anything. That's what I'm going to say. The hash brown casserole we made the other day, if you want to be specific, I was saying you could weigh your dish and then weigh it afterwards with the food in it, and then scoop your ounces out if you want to do it that way, if you want to be more accurate. But I'm fine with just eyeballing the serving size. Yeah, this is a little bit looser than when it bakes with the elbows, but it will keep setting up the cooler it gets off. So you see that for 5 points? I don't think it's bad at all. So there you have it, homemade macaroni and cheese, skinnied up.